I'm John Marshall, and welcome to my talk on my master's dissertation, which looks at the relationship between work-based learning and economic outcomes. Two specific economic outcomes. One is firm-level productivity, and the other is workers' earnings. And at the end, I'll get to why I've chosen two rather than just one, which, would seem simpler. But when I first started this project, I came across a tweet which sort of shaped my thinking quite a lot on this. Unfortunately, I can no longer find the original tweet, so I can't properly credit the author, but they posed the question, if productivity improves, does it matter if learning happens? And this prompted a lot of debate about whether or not you could improve productivity without some level of learning and the nature of the two. And my reply was, well, it depends who pays for it. And why I reply like that, it comes obviously you switch that around and ask the question, if learning happens, does it matter if productivity improves? At which point you're going, well, who pays for it is the person who should be getting the benefits. And that becomes quite important, especially in this time when the private sector funding for training is being reduced. So the burden's falling more on the workers themselves and the government, either directly through things like apprenticeships or indirectly through projects like this, which seek to improve work-based learning by giving firms and businesses a framework to do so. But the question is, if firms are paying for this less, why, if they still demand it? And if, firstly, you can confirm it is profitable. The productivity premium from higher skills tends to be double the wage premium. So it seemed like a no-brainer just to invest and get those skills. But if you look into a bit more detail, there are more reasons for that, why they might not want to invest themselves. One of those reasons is the fact that investing is risky, and it may recruiting, because they will in fact pay for skills. It's not a matter of it's not a matter they're not willing to put the money up. They will do that, but it's why they would choose to recruit over pay, over actually investing in training directly. And then it could be down to risk. So why did I pick those two particular economic outcomes? Because the Scottish government wants an inclusive economy, and therefore you can't just look at one of those and get that. And there is that they interact with each other, especially within the firm in the short term. A higher salary reduces your productivity, but it's what workers want. So you need to be able to understand the link between those to help firms and individuals and policymakers grasp the complex question, and so they can produce proper, good answers that are applicable and will produce an inclusive economy for Scotland. So how will we be doing this? Well, I'll do some interviews, try and understand the language of businesses, doing surveys to get a grip of what's out there, and then doing some in-depth caseworks to look at how these systems work and how a framework could be used in real life. Thank you very much.